The appraisal process. This is the process. This is the part that you can make a lot of money on. And I'll tell you a quick story before I get into the appraisal process. And that is years ago when I was selling Volkswagens at Volkswagen in Clarksville. I was stuck making, roughly speaking, right around low $20,000 a month, $20,000, $21,000, $22,000. And I was just racking my brain like, how can I make more money? How can I make more money? I want to sell more cars, but I also want to make higher gross. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold money on every single trade. And I came up with a game plan. The first month I held $1,000 on every single car that I took in on trade. Got very little pushback, meaning back then, and you know your pay plan, if you hold $1,000 on every car, how much money does that pay you? The next month I did $1,500. Got a little bit of pushback. The next month I did $2,000. Started getting more pushback. Then the next month I did $2,500. I got a lot of pushback. So me tracking my data, you usually can hold $1,000 to $1,500 for the most part without getting any pushback. Once you hit that 2 barrier, you're starting to get some pushback. And you can hold as much money as you want to. You just have to be prepared for it. But $1,000 to $1,500, you can pretty much get on most of the cars, meaning more than half. Now, getting back to the actual appraisal process, the vehicle, I, in the fact finding, wanted to know, and I asked a lot of questions about this specific vehicle. Now, before I handed the keys to the actual person, I would personally, with the customer, would walk out there to the car, and I would literally just walk around the car, touch old school stuff, but it works. I would just touch certain things that had nicks, the tires, if they're bald, I'm taking notes on a piece of paper. I am opening all the doors. I'm turning on the cars. It has a check engine light. Do you know why the check engine light's on? And whatever they say, you still have to tell your manager to get it checked out. But I'm also paying attention to like how well they take care of their rims, because most of you all sell tire and rim. Most of you all sell paint protectant. So if their car is real rough, it doesn't look like they take care of it, paint protection is going to do that. If the rims are all bent up, all scrapped up, they're going to probably need tire and rim. The interior protection, all of this is also telling me later on that, you know what, we can sell these people a warranty and just, but I'm also just taking mental, like how well they take care of their car, and also points that I can point out to them later on when I say this is what your car is worth. Right now, you're devaluing this car, and it is a work of art. Anybody can sell cars. The people that are really good at holding money on trades, those people they're good at selling cars. They're better at holding on trades. And I got to a certain point, but I promise you that like I made a lot of money selling Volkswagens, and Volkswagens don't have a lot of markup in them. Even a $50,000 Atlas has $1,800 worth of markup. Not a lot of markup in new cars. So I made a lot of money selling Volkswagens, which don't have a lot of markup. Part of the reason was because I held a lot of money on trades. So take great pride in mastering this one step, and that is the appraisal process. Truly, like, just dive into it, ask better questions. Every step of the sale, the 13 different steps, you need to master. If you master all 13 steps, you are going to be an elite automotive sales professional. I promise you. But one step at a time. Don't try to do everything perfectly. Master this step, then master this one, then master this one. If you do that, you're going to crush it. The appraisal process is a huge aspect. Over, roughly speaking, 50% of all of the people that buy cars from you, they have a trade-in. So that means if you sell 20 cars a month, 10 of those, if not a little bit more, are going to have trade-ins. Imagine if you can hold $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000 on every single one of those trade-ins. It's going to add to your gross. It's going to add to your paycheck. So make sure you're not just throwing the keys to your manager, go check it out. You walk it with them. You ask good questions in the fact finding about it, but you also walk that car with them. Some people go as far as test driving it with them. So if you want to do that, great. Me personally, I never did that. I walked around with them, and then my boy Stephen Mayfield, he would actually, the used car manager / salesperson, he would be the one that drives the car, and he'd be like, well, everything that they told you, or sometimes they didn't tell you this. When you turn it left, it pops. And then you got to tell that to that customer. But you at least want to do a good fact finding, asking questions about the trade, and then you also will necessarily walk around it and pick it down, pick it apart, devalue the trade. And my daughter just yelled, y'all probably heard her. We're filming this right now while my first daughter is in school, preschool, and then my other daughter, she's 3, she doesn't go to school, so you heard her right there. I'm building a business around my family. I love it. This is what I walked away from running a dealership to do. So do this process well, master this process. And if you master everything, I give you my word, you're going to, after watching these videos, once you start honing your craft, mastering your craft, you're going to be like, why didn't I do this before? So the appraisal process, very important. Take great pride in it. I love you all. God bless. Believe in yourself, because I do.